Welcome to the pre-Diwali celebrations at the Coffee Conversation Show, powered by the Emerging India Forum, TEIF, and a tech partner, Prime Infotech Solution. Series is Sri Shakti. Theme is Advocacy, Allyship, and Action. We are joined with our guest speaker, Siri Prasad, a leading voice in gender justice, workplace safety, and legal advocacy. With a background that beautifully merges law, HR, and DEI, Siri has worked across institutions in India and abroad, including the London School of Economics, using her expertise to challenge systemic biases and foster inclusive environment. She is presently a gender safety and legal expert at Serein. As a university gold medalist, mediator, and educator, her journey is one of resilience, intellect, and a deep rooted passion for social impact. Get ready to dive into her story, her values, and the force that drives her mission to reshape systems. And we also come to know Siri as a person. So, welcome, Siri, today's celebration
Thank,
episode of the Coffee Conversation Show.
thank you so much, Amir sir. Thank you for having thought that I'm a suitable candidate to be a part of this talk show. I'm really excited to be here and I'm looking forward to sharing my insights.
Wow. So let me explain you, Siri. There will be three round, professional,
Okay?
personal, and a surprise rapid fire round. And here's your Diwali gift, AI in the workforce.
Okay, nice.
Yes. So you have to be witty, fun, and quick, and it will be autographed and sent to you. So let's
Very
begin.
nice.
Friends, I'm Lion Amir Virani, host at Coffee Corner, legal tech evangelist at Prime Infotech Solution, author of 15 books. So my first question for you, Siri. Your work sits at the unique intersection of law, HR, and DEI. What drew you to this space, and how do you balance these disciplines in practice?
Yeah. A very interesting question, sir. A lot of times I'm often being asked, how did you decide to move on from law so quickly? But I don't think I've left law completely. I think it's a beautiful amalgamation of law, HR, and DEI. Although I was fairly good at law, I think I kind of got to know that my ikigai was always people relations. But I didn't want to leave law either. So I wanted something which would give me the best of both worlds. And I chose a career in DEI, which is a little bit of law and a little bit of HR. And I'm thoroughly enjoying my job. I think it's a very impactful job and I can see real impact and I'm able to quantify it. So I've been really happy working in this space. It's a fairly less explored space, but I see a lot of people exploring this avenue now, and I would just like to say it's a very, very impactful career.
Beautiful. So let's build up the conversation, Siri. From corporate corridors to mediation centers and academic institutions, how has a diverse experience shaped your leadership and working style?
Yeah. I think I've learned a lot from all these three sectors. If I have to talk about corporate sector, I think I have learned about how client interest is above all and how we need to do everything and anything to ensure that we are meeting the expectations of the client. And that comes with a lot of other qualities like either being resilient, being hardworking, being disciplined, and thinking on your toes. A lot of times you think a particular solution will work, but that might not work for the client. So you need to be very, very adaptable. So it's a lot about the practical aspects that I've learned in the corporate sector. And when it comes to academics, while at LSE, I was working as a research assistant. So that's where I honed a lot of my theoretical knowledge and a lot of data driven knowledge as to the importance of data. How do we get the data? What exactly do we do out of the data? So the foundational part was done through my academic pursuits, either be it in LSE or School of Law, Christ University. I think that acted like an excellent foundation. If you, I'm sure you know that the teaching system in India is different when compared to that of UK. So I got to experience both and take the best out of both. And when it comes to mediation, I had the good fortune of working under senior advocate Thiruvengadam sir, wherein I learned a lot about how do we ensure that it's a win-win situation, not adversarial. How do we ensure that both the parties get something? So all the three parts, although I've worked in three different domains, the central part being the importance of people relations and how important it is to ensure that you are meeting the needs of the clients or the people that you are working for.
Beautiful. So thank you for leading me to my next question. How did your time at LSE, London School of Economics, shape your worldview on employment law and workplace culture?
Yeah, that's another interesting question. I think I'll answer this in two parts. While in LSE, as you might be aware, sir, in UK schools, the teaching time is really less. We would have about 20 hours of teaching, and it's on us to learn whatever we would want. So it's more of simulations, case discussions, group discussions. So that's how we were taught. And because the student crowd is so multi diverse, we got to learn about all these concepts from different people coming from different backgrounds. So that's one part of my experience from London. But the other part, which is more impactful for me, is while I was in London, I was also working as a waitress. I was doing a part time job as a waitress, wherein although my job was that of a waitress, the way I was respected, I think that was my biggest takeaway in London, is where I learned that no matter what, dignity of labor is there. No matter what kind of job that you are doing, either a waitress or a hotel manager, you are treated in the same way. I think that was my biggest takeaway about employee relations or employee rights because I saw it firsthand. I experienced it firsthand.
Wow. Okay. So, Siri, you've been a gold medalist at Christ University. So, being a gold medalist, how does it impact your choices and your career?
Okay, I don't think being a gold medalist is impacting anything, but definitely it was a very good booster for me. Before, I think the fact that I got the gold medalist made me realize that there is a lot of potential in me and I need to kind of make use of it and live up to the expectations. So every now and then I try to unleash my potential to the fullest extent possible. But back at Christ University, while I was there in Christ University, I think I had a beautiful 5 years there. The foundation was really, really strong and really grateful to my HOD, to my professors, and I got to meet a lot of lovely friends and I got to learn a lot of things. So I think that shaped me a lot. I think I was that person who would go out and try everything. Rangoli competition, I would go and do that. If there's a moot court, I would go and do that. If there was mediation, I would go and do that. Ultimately, I do understand that we don't get to do everything in the professional life, but I'm sure that I learned transferable skills with every little thing that I did, and it accumulated and it has made me the person that I am today.
Wow, beautiful. Your another achievement. You represented India at UN Women CSW 67. So can you walk us through what this event was all about and what are those memories?
Yeah. Again, this was something that I did while I was back in London. So the project that I picked up was on digital divide for women in the rural sector. So even I come from a rural area in Karnataka in India. I come from this region called Sakleshpur, wherein we grow coffee. So we are into coffee plantations. So a lot of the female coffee workers in this area, they do have they don't have much access to any digital technologies, or say even if they do have access to it, they do not know how to use it. So a lot of times people say it's only 2000 rupees, you can go get the phone, what is the big deal? But once you get the phone, how do you use it? I think my research was on that area of sensitization and awareness. Accessibility is one thing, sir, but the other thing which is more important is how do we ensure that we are able to use what we are able to access. So my whole project was based on that, and I focused mostly on rural Karnataka.
Wow, beautiful. Okay, next interesting topic. DEI is often treated as a checkbox in many organizations. What's your take on making it a genuine cultural shift rather than a compliance exercise?
Yes, very, very good question, sir. As you have already introduced, I work for this company called Serein. Serein was founded by Dr. Ishani Roy about 10 years ago. And our approach to DEI is very, very different. We have worked with over 35 plus countries and we have trained about 10,000 employees globally. The only way that we ensure that this is not a checkbox activity is to ensure that we are going beyond compliance. So, how do we do it? All our activities are very, very experiential in nature. We have a lot of simulations, we have a lot of case studies, and it's very, very reflective. So, we never go and give out a lecture, but we do it in a way that we ask them to share their lived experiences. I think that's what makes the experience all the more different. The fact that we are just not doing it for the sake of compliance, but we are making it in the format of storytelling.
Wow. So, uh, Siri, you must have faced, you or your team must have faced the blind spots, which is missed out when designing DEI and harassment prevention programs. So, what steps can be taken these blind spots do not come in when implementing these programs?
I think it's very, very important to ensure that you have a very good rapport with the client that you are working with. Because, sir, every company works differently. The culture of every company is very, very different. So, usually, what we do is we have a lot of exploratory calls wherein we understand how does the company function, and we tailor make our solutions based on that. So this is done to ensure that, say, a program that might work in UK will not work in Africa. A program that will work in Africa will not work in India. So keeping all of this in mind, we ensure that it is very localized and it will fit into the expectations of the company that we are working for.
Wow. Okay. So, since you have worked in India, UK, what are the global approaches are seen for gender equity and workplace inclusion? What are the differences?
Okay. So the lawyer in me is still there. So I'll talk about the legal framework, how it's different, then I'll get into the cultural aspect.
Yes.
So in India, sir, as you might be aware, labor law comes under the state list, which means every state has their own set of laws. But in UK, it's mostly more uniform in nature. And in India, when it comes to formal and informal sectors, the laws are a little different. But in UK, again, it's fairly more similar. So that is the difference when it comes to law. But when it comes to the cultural nuanced part of it, with my limited experience and observation, I think in uh, in India it's more hierarchical, but in UK it's more flat. In case you want to grow, if you show that you are able to give in the work product that you need to, I think in UK you move a little quicker. And the other aspect is work life balance. Of course, I'm very fortunate the company that I work for, our work life balance is very, very good. But unfortunately, this is not the case everywhere in India. But in UK, the work life balance is really good. So I think these are the two aspects in which I see the workplace culture to be different when compared to the UK. But of course, there are a lot of similarities as well. We both the countries focus a lot on policies, redressal mechanisms, and all of that.
Wow, beautiful. So let's go memory down a lane, Siri. Can you walk us through a moment in your career when you felt your work truly made a difference?
Okay. A lot of times, sir. I think I'll just pick one. My recent job at Serein. So I also, as part of my work, I do a lot of posh investigations. So after one of the, of course, since it's a sensitive topic, I wouldn't be able to give out any details. But after one of the investigations, the complainant wrote to me and she thanked me and she told, thank you so much for having done the investigation in a fair and neutral manner, and I'm really happy with the verdict that you have given. So, for things like Posh, it's a very, very sensitive matter. It takes a lot of courage for people to voice out and stand up and make a claim that they have been sexually harassed. And when they have, the least that we can do is to ensure that they are getting the right outcome. So, I think that is like one of the times that I felt really happy. Then back in 2020, this was a very, very small case. We were in between the COVID pandemic and one of my client had paid her admission fee in a particular college, but the college had not started and she was not getting her refund of her admission fee, something on those lines. It was a small amount of 20K, but I did help her in writing a notice to that educational institution, and she got that amount back. And she was based out of Chennai, and I didn't take any fee from her, but she did send me donuts to my house. So I think I really felt that I was able to make some difference. And third one is while in UK, I was working as a debate mate mentor where I would train a lot of students, a lot of high school students in public speaking and debating. So even I was that kid who had a lot of stage fright like early on, like while I was in school. And now I've overcome it. Thankfully, I've overcome that entire fright of stage fear. But the fact that I was able to help students in UK, I think that made me really happy.
Beautiful. Okay. So, Shiri, who has influenced you or has been your mentor, role model from the world of law, HR, and DEI?
Okay. Uh, who has influenced me? I think Leena Nair. I think I even started exploring the field of HR after watching a lot of videos of Leena Nair. Right now, she's the CEO of Chanel, but her career trajectory has been massive. She was working at Unilever, and she's been there. She was there for about 3 decades, and then she moved on to um, Chanel. And one of her interviews I remember watching back in 2020 when I was a little conflicted between law and HR. She was the gold medalist, or she was the topper in her school. I mean, while she was doing her engineering, and everyone expected her to continue with engineering, but then she moved on to HR. And in one of the interviews, she had told that as long as it makes sense to you, it's enough. It need not make sense to everybody else. So I think that was really inspiring, and she held on to her passion, and she has been in the HR space for about 35 years now. So I think that's how I even started exploring a career which was a blend of law and HR.
Beautiful. So, my last question for your professional journey round: what advice would you give to young professionals who want have a career, uh, social impact with with legal?
Yeah. I think first and foremost, they need to do a self audit to check whether they really want to do, because you will survive here only if you are truly passionate. So you will have to do that. You will have to know the why behind why you want to do it. Once you know that there are umpteen number of ways of combining social impact with law. I am focusing on DEI, but you can combine it with maybe health laws. You can combine it with environmental laws. Law is a beautiful degree, and you can absolutely do anything under the sun with a degree in law, combining it with anything. So I think definitely it's on the person whether they really want to do it. In case they want to do it and they are sure that they are passionate in this arena, then there are a lot of opportunities, sir, and they can definitely explore. The only thing is, another tip for people who want to explore careers in social impact space is they will have to be open to the fact that I am okay to learn things beyond law. You cannot always say, I'm a lawyer. Why should I do this? That will not work. You should really, really be okay to step in and learn a lot of things on the go, on the job, and I'm sure you will do fine. And trust me, it is a very, very impactful career space to be in, and you will go back home with a smile every day.
Wow. So let's go to next round, Shiri, and understand you as a person. Tell us about your family and your formative years.
Okay. So I'm a Bangalore girl. I was born in my native in Hassan, but I've been brought up in Bangalore. And my dad, he also practices law. He specializes in criminal and property law. His name is Nagendra Prasad. He has been practicing for the last 32 years. My mom, she's Divya Prasad. She's also equally inspiring. She's an entrepreneur. She works in the space of real estate and hospitality. And her career journey started after the birth of me and my brother. So once we both were brought up is when she started her career journey. So that's a beautiful example of how you can do if you really want to, and nothing should stop you. Because I think she was in her mid 30s when she even started working because she was married really early. So, and she's doing really well now. And she's another strong pillar in my life and very, very inspiring. The fact that she has built everything from scratch while she was in her 30s and raised both the kids so well. I think that's really inspiring. And then I have a younger brother. His name is Kanda, and he has just completed his law. Even he wanted to pursue law. Then I have a golden retriever at home. His name is Cooper, and he's 5 years old. He's a COVID baby. Yeah.
Beautiful. So, what's it hobby or interest which helps you to unwind and recharge?
I listen to a lot of podcasts. I think that helps me a lot while I'm walking. I love listening to a lot of podcasts. Apart from that, driving. I love driving. And then off late, I've been learning tarot card reading. So that has been my interest. And here and there, I've been trying to learn tarot card reading. Again, I feel it's very intuitive and people driven. And I don't know, something made me pick that art, and I'm trying to learn it by the go.
Wow. So, if your friends had to describe you in three words, what would they say?
One of my friend has saved my number as questionnaire because she thinks I ask her a lot of questions. But I'm a lawyer, so I think I'm supposed to do that. I think talkative for sure. I'm a very talkative person. I think what else would they describe me as? I think you should ask them. Otherwise, I'll just tell you all good things. So you should ask them.
Surely, surely, we'll start a KBC format. Dial a friend. Okay. So, which book, movie, or song has left a lasting impact on you?
Movie. I think Eat, Pray, Love. So
Mm.
this is a movie from 2010, but it just shows as to don't be hard on yourself. Change with the changing times. Move ahead, and nobody is really judging you. A lot of times we think people are judging us, but I think we should just focus on our lives, and we are good to go. And if something bad happens to us, we usually hold on to it. But the protagonist, although she had taken a divorce, she kind of moved on, and she traveled to do three different countries, and she was okay to experiment the cultures of Italy, India, Bali. So I think that's a beautiful movie which shows that after every end, there's something that you should look forward to. So I think it's a movie with a lot of optimism. Uh, Book. Recently, I was reading a book which said, "Do not believe everything that you think," by Joseph Nguyen. It's on Buddhist philosophy, sir. So basically, the book says differentiates between thoughts and thinking. Thoughts keep coming to us, but thinking is under our control. And a lot of times we think bad things, but necessarily they might not happen. So it's a beautiful book to show the power of the mind and how we need to ensure that we always think right. I just closed this book yesterday, so it had a lot of. It was a very impactful book for me. Song. Yeah, I had a back in LSE. I was staying in a flat with six other girls. Then I had a Nepali flatmate, and she made me listen to a random Nepali song. I do not speak that language, but it's called Ali Ali. It means little little, and I really love that song. I keep humming that song. So now when you ask me, that came at the top of my mind. It's Ali Ali, and I have no idea what that means, but it's a beautiful song.
Wow. Okay. So let's make you a tour guide. You're from Bangalore. So what are the places to check in and food to have in Bangalore?
Okay, do you like South Indian food?
No, it's generally you go. Me,
Okay,
I'll have like a conversation with you when I'm coming to Bangalore. I'll check with you.
sure. Bangalore has a lot of eateries. Now that you're coming to Bangalore, I'll just talk to you about the South Indian food. Dosa itself, although masala dosa is one dish back in North, we do it in different ways. We have something called Benne masala dosa, we have Mulbagal dosa, we have Davangere dosa, we have a lot of dosas. And my personal favorite right now has been Cafe Amudam. This is in different parts of Bangalore, so that's good for dosa. And then you have the very famous corner house where you get your death by chocolate. And then what else? Truffles, if you enjoy continental food, that is good. So these are a few of the places that I really enjoy in Bangalore, like the local specific places. Yeah.
Wow. Okay, since this is Sri Shakti series, what does Sri Shakti mean to you?
I think it's about accepting the fact that men and women are different. We have different masculine energies, different from feminine energy, and embracing the good and bad part of it. A lot of times we are told that, you need to be strong, but yes, we need to be strong, but we should also recognize the fact that we have feminine energy within us, which might make us vulnerable at times or which might make us emotional at times. So it's okay. So, in short, it's just to accept it in entirety. And I think we are doing, off late, India has been doing quite a bit when it comes to development of the female workforce. And I really hope this continues.
Wow. Since this is a Diwali celebration episode, what message would you like to give to our viewers out there?
Um, the only message that I would like to give is no two people's life is the same, so we should never, never compare. Even in my room on my bulletin board, I've put like in bold, own lane, own pace, own race. It's very redundant to compare our life with our classmates' life from law school because no two lives are identical. Maybe they are having their good time now, and maybe your good time is next year. So I think we should own up to whatever is happening in our life and we should never ever compare because I've been that person who has compared and I've realized that it's very, very futile. As long as you are being true to your conscience, I think that should be fine and you should enjoy your path because you never know when is your breakthrough moment.
Wow. So my last one is a googly one. Describe Siri in one line.
I think Siri is that person who will never be happy doing the same thing. She gets bored very quickly and she needs to keep changing her priorities. I think that's the reason I've chosen a career which is so multi-diverse. And I'm so grateful to my mentors at Serein that I get to learn so much and do a lot of impactful work and get to juggle between so much of different things.
Wow. Uh, do you know Apple has this Siri app?
Yes, I have an Apple phone. Yeah,
Okay, then. Uh, when you ask ये Siri app, okay, I'm also Siri, what response you got?
I've never tried that, but I've just seen my friends doing a lot of weird things. I usually don't use Siri a lot. But a lot of
Okay.
people ask me questions. They're like, "Hey Siri, is it going to rain today? Hey Siri, what's for lunch today?" So yeah, and a lot of times people don't believe my name is Siri. They think I'm like lying. Oh, Siri is talking already. Yeah,
Okay. Okay. Wow.
yeah,
Okay. So let's go to the fun round, the rapid fire round. Your
sure.
go-to comfort food.
I go to comfort paneer paratha or chole bhatura or masala dosa. I'm a big foodie, so one of the three.
Wow. Mediation or litigation?
Mediation.
You're an early bird or a night owl?
Night owl, unfortunately. I'm trying
Debate
to change
stage,
that habit.
debate stage or courtroom drama?
Debate stage.
Your favorite color?
Color, I'm torn between red and blue. It's either red or blue.
Leadership role or behind the scenes strategist?
Mm, Down the lane leadership role. Yeah, I think that's my ultimate goal.
Carnatic music or pop playlist?
Carnatic music. I'm a Carnatic singer.
Yeah. Your dream travel place?
Paris,
Wow. Bangalore filter coffee or London cappuccino?
Bangalore filter coffee.
So you are the coffee show. You did well. That's
Mm,
respect.
yeah. Cheers.
So you did well. And here's the book.
Oh,
So
thank you.
I will autograph and send to you. So, friends, all those young professionals who want to enter the world of DEI, sorry, social impact through DEI, HR, and law. This is the episode to watch out where she is taken through the journey of how impactful she has been through her journey. And like that, there are 500 plus coffee speakers who have shared their professional personal journey and have made impact in their life through the conversations for others to subscribe. And if you want to be featured like Siri, visit our website, the Emerging Forum, or our LinkedIn page, or connect with one of our coffee speakers who would put in a word. And this has been, what do you say? I've learned a lot on DEI and other things through Siri and through my other coffee conversations. So we meet with another speaker and continue conversation or a cup of coffee. Thank you. Take care.
Thank you. Thank you so much, sir, for this opportunity. I really had a great time. And I wish you all the very best. You're doing something which is very, very meaningful and impactful. So, all my good wishes to you and your team. And thank you once again for having me over. I really enjoyed, and I hope I was able to give in some sort of advice to people who are wanting to explore this career opportunity. Thank you.
Yep. Great.